Let the sun shine. Let go sunshine in. The sun shining. Ooh. Let go sunshine. Let go sunshine in. Oh, peeps! We're live in the Lego Lounge, peeps. We are continuing on with the TIE Interceptor. We got our friend Ahsoka Tano here. What do you think, Ahsoka? He wants to kill the TIE Interceptor. She don't like the Empire. Peeps. Why am I singing Let the Sunshine In? Because I just went outside. It is beautiful outside. I know some folks don't understand how we live here in the Sunshine State with all this heat. And some days I ask myself that same question. How do I live here with all this heat? But then I remember I don't like the cold. And it doesn't get that cold here, thankfully. Most of the time. Sometimes it gets colder than I like, but I think part of that is just because I've reacclimatized. I started out in the South. It wasn't until dear old mom and pops moved me up north for several years that I learned what the crazy cold is all about. And I ain't about it. And as it turns out, they weren't about it either because they moved back south. Woo! Yeah, it was beautiful outside. I love the sun. It feels so good on your skin. You know, there's certain things like you just, well, you need it anyway because vitamin D. Hello, peeps. What am I doing? I'm not a doctor. I'm not teaching you guys how to take care of yourself, but I am gonna say I think it's a good thing to get outside sometimes and soak up that sun. What's that? Oh, is that a Sheryl Crow song? I think it's a Sheryl Crow song. I'm gonna soak up the sun. There it is. I'm gonna let everyone messing up the lyrics. Anywho, peeps, don't laugh at me. I'm just a simple Lego builder who doesn't know the words to songs but really likes songs a lot. Man, Let the Sunshine In though. That's a good song. You know, y'all know I always got a song in my head. And I walked outside and that sunshine hit me. I said, oh yes, ooh, give me that sun. And then that song popped in my head. And who sang that? Was it the Fifth Dimension? Fifth Dimension. I think that's who sang that. And boy, was they ahead of their time. Because we haven't even discovered the Fourth Dimension. I just snorted. I'll take a sip of water and calm down. What do you think, Darth? Good job. Let's keep it pushing, peeps. We're just going to keep building. And as you guys know how I do, I always forget to start my timer. So let's just build. Well, that's a new piece for me. I'm gonna dub that Xbox controller. Boom. Let's see if we can get a good zoom zoom in on that one. Ooh, look at that Xbox controller. Tell me I'm wrong. That's the Xbox controller piece. All right, there we go. Filling out that backside a little more. Again, I'm assuming this is the backside, but it makes the most sense because the cockpit normally faces forward. Moving on. Peeps, I'm gonna say, I mean, I know I'm only a little bit, maybe I'm 30% through this build. I don't know. What's the math on that? I'm doing guessing here. 7 out of 22. 32%. I'm only 32% into this build, to be exact. Nothing about this build is screaming 18 plus to me. I'm once again, I'm starting to lean towards my conspiracy theory. This 18 plus thing might just be a trick to get Lego to trick adults into buying more Lego. Actually, what's funny on that, I just heard a news article. I say heard because I listen to most of my news via podcasts. Independents, no CNN, no Fox. I'm not listening to none of these corrupt networks that all tell lies just so they get paid by the whatever industries. Anyways, let's not get political here. That's not what we do in this channel. I heard a news article within the last 24 hours, 2 days, I can't remember. Very recently, that apparently the number one demographic for toy companies is now 18 plus. More people over the age of 18 are buying toys than children between the ages of 3 and 8, I think was the number. Don't quote me on those numbers. I don't remember. Y'all know I got a squirrely brain, but it was something around that age range. You know, there was the adults. I think it's my generation. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna own that one. I think it's my generation. We grew up with some of the best toys. MC's opinion. Whichever side I decide to throw that one on. I think we grew up with some of the best toys ever created, and then they suddenly disappeared. And now, you know, like all things, what's old is new again. All the old stuff is coming back, and our children are all getting into the same toys that we loved as kids. And I think the generations prior to us didn't have toys because there was too many wars. I'm kidding. I don't know. I definitely enjoy Lego building, so that's technically a toy, I would say. And yeah, I just think that's a very interesting stat when you look at it and go, oh man, adults are taking over the toy industry. How's that happening? Maybe it's because they're targeting us. I need some air in here. It's kind of warm. All right. They're targeting us. They're saying adults buy these toys. We're like, yay! Take my money. That's even a meme, isn't it? Take my money now. I always see that meme. All right. Well, I feel like I'm getting the same stuff now. It's probably going to be the front side that I just built on the back side. You know, I don't complain. Y'all know I don't mind repetition. It does not bother me. However, I feel like sometimes Lego chooses to do this just so they can up their number of pages. The piece count's not going to change, so I don't know why it matters how many steps there are. They could just have me build this. Although, with that being said, these are digital directions. So there is a chance that the paper directions did say ×4, ×2, whatever. And I'm just doing the digital directions so they do things slightly different sometimes. Just for the sake of making the, 3D thing look cool. I say digital, I meant 3D. 3D is what I meant to say. Using 3D directions. So, anywho, let's get back to building, peeps. Let's get back to building. Let's get back to building. Yes. Ooh, this is looking so good. I do think Lego does some weird stuff sometimes. Like, feels like these little panels. They got some little. Let me see if I can get you guys close up. Let me see. That's kind of a decent angle. Let me try to use my zoom function here. Oh, that's too much. See that little blue triangle there? One on both sides. It's his little like his monitors of what he's attacking. He's got his targeting. And they haven't put that on last in this section, which kind of made no sense. It seems like it should have come before I put these. Whatever. That's really cool. That's a really cool detail. I like it. All right. Ooh, I see a really cool thing. It's a cockpit piece. Damn. We are really oh, look at that one. See, it's a printed. See, Lego. You printed these beautiful pieces. You could have printed them all. I'm so dramatic. What's wrong with me, peeps? Everything is wrong with me. And yet, you peeps are still here for the ride. So peeps, if you are enjoying what I'm doing, please give me a like. Oh, please subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And if you have, thank you. Thank you for subscribing and coming back and watching the crazy that I bring every single week. I think I've successfully put out a video every week, at least one, since I started. I don't believe I've missed a week. Which means if you've been with me since day one, you've got a lot of content of me being crazy. Ooh, thunder outside. It's like thunder, lightning. The way you love me is frightening. You better not on wood, baby. Ooh, 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 ooh. Never claimed to be a singer, peeps. Don't judge me. Woo! All right. That's good. That cockpit is looking really, really good. I think we're almost done. There's something about the TIE Fighter look. When they came up with that design back in the 70s, they had it right. Like, I don't know. I'm not a movie buff. I do enjoy movies, but I'm not an expert by any means. So, don't give me grief if I get this wrong. But I don't feel like back in those times. Sorry, peeps, if I'm making fun of old people. That's not the point. I'm not making fun of old people. I'm just saying, I don't feel like back in the 70s when Star Wars first came out, I don't feel like there was a lot of major space movies. I'm not sure if 2001 had come out yet. Yeah, and I'm not a movie buff, so don't ask me to remember dates of anything, let alone when movies came out. But I do know Star Wars was late 70s. Just don't feel like there's a lot of space movies to go off of. Now, obviously, we had our own folks presumably going into space with the whole astronaut program, and et cetera, but don't know how much George Lucas and those folks had to go on when it came to creating their own spaceships. And boy, did they create some iconic looks. I think the TIE Fighter, I mean, so many of them are great, right? The X-Wing, the TIE Fighter, the TIE Interceptor that we're building now. the Millennium Falcon, obviously the Death Star. There's just so many great ships, all in that first movie, first one, and they just knocked it out. They knocked it out the park. They really did. The look, the feel, the aesthetics, it's all so good. And I got, if you're watching if George Lucas was watching my channel, well, that'd be a dream come true. I don't think he's watching my channel, but if you ever see this, George Lucas, I know you don't need anybody to tell you what a great job you did, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Great job, George. Great job. What do you think, peeps? That's a TIE fighter cockpit right there. It can go all the directions because it's space. I was actually kind of wondering, I was getting worried. I'm like, man, this pilot, he's got to go in here. How are they gonna, everything's starting to get closed in. How am I gonna get him in here? There it is. Got a lid. Got a lid. It's the best word I can come up with right now. Man, it's looking good, peeps. It's looking good. And that's about an hour, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it. But yeah, I'm really loving this. This is gonna be, it's gonna be fun figuring out where I'm gonna display it. Although maybe I'll chase my dogs around the house with it first. I'm kidding. I love my dogs. They're my sons. I don't know how much it comes across when I'm building, like, because I do speed up the quiet times, and you know, I go like 100x usually, just to, you know, not make these videos so long. I don't know how much it comes across when I'm getting like, you know, like all little pieces just perfectly lined up, and I sit there and I twist, and I just, you know, sometimes I worry. I'm like, man, am I being too weird? Because I know I have that gold personality, like we talked about many moons ago, and I like everything lined up perfectly straight and such. And then I see some of the stuff that people post in Lego groups, and some of the things that they go nutty about, and then I'm like, maybe I'm not that bad. But bam, Ahsoka's back. Alright, I'm a nerd. Anywho, peeps, thanks for coming as usual. If you guys like this, please like the video, hit that thumb, click on the bell, ding 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 ding, and subscribe if you're not already. That bell will let you guys know when I post anything. You know, I'm not disappointed. It is what it is. I know everybody doesn't spend a lot of time on YouTube. I don't even spend that much time. I spend a little bit of time daily just studying. It's my study, for what it's worth. But I get it. If you don't want to get all the notifications about everything I post. But yeah, I didn't get a ton of response on this vote. I like to do the votes to let you guys, you know, join in on the whole thing, because I enjoy that. Like when with the folks that I am following, I like when they include the audience in what's going on. So I try to let you guys be part of the decision-making process of what I'm gonna do. I don't want to just, you know, this is for you. I mean, it's for me too, but I could build Lego in a vacuum. I don't need to record it and put it out there. I enjoy recording it, putting it out there, and getting the feedback. It's fun for me, and I hope it's fun for you. So anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling. Peeps, come back for the next part. It looks like we've been building about 3 bags of video at this rate, so we'll see how long this takes, and we'll probably put out 2 to 3 videos a week, just so this doesn't last forever. And on that note, we will see you next time, and until then, holla!